Australians, oh, let us rejoice, for we are one and free, with golden soil and a wealth for toil. Our home is girt by sea. Our land abounds in nature's gifts of beauty, rich and rare. In history's page, let every stage advance Australia fair. In joyful strains, and let us sing, advance Australia fair.
Please be seated. Distinguished guests and graduates, I would like to invite Uncle Chris Tobin, representative of the Darug people, to offer a traditional welcome to country. Uncle Chris.
Thank you. Warimi Miriga. Hello friends, and Nalawa. Welcome to the lands of the Wallamedigal. I belong to one of the local Aboriginal families of the Darug people, the traditional custodians over this part of the country. I wish to firstly pay my respects to the country and its people, and to thank the University for their acknowledgement of us and the invitation to welcome you here today. That acknowledgement is important for our people and much appreciated. My family, in fact, descend from Yarramundi, a respected elder and cleverman of the Burruburungal clan during the early years of colonisation. He saw that our survival in this new world could best be secured if we could learn more about it. So he enrolled his daughter, Bullangai, or Maria, into the Native Institute, a school set up in 1815 by Governor Macquarie, offering formal education to Aboriginal children. Maria studied there for several years and used her newly acquired skills to lobby and ultimately secure some land for herself and her family out along the Richmond Road. Other Aboriginal families soon joined them, and it became known as the Blackstown, where the present-day city of Blacktown gets its name. We are very proud of her, as I'm sure your families are of you here today. And with good reason. Your success is our success. Your advancement, our advancement. Now that was probably better understood in more traditional times when camp groups were smaller and clans abided by strict sharing laws, which meant the food that you caught and brought back was distributed throughout the rest of the camp. Your skills and good fortune were thus enjoyed by all. Your efforts literally nourished the rest of the community, and you in turn were looked after by them. Yes, we can live quite beautifully when we work together. Our Aboriginal ancestors certainly lived well in many respects, and I use occasions like this to offer them to yourselves as a model or a benchmark on how good to expect our lives today. You see, when Captain Cook arrived here around 250 years ago, he described the people he encountered as one of the happiest people he had ever met. They owned nothing, he wrote, but the tools they carried. They were naked, made their shelters from the bark of trees without cutting them down, and harvested food from the earth without excessive tilling or clearing. There was no slavery, no rich and poor, and no homelessness. Armies were unheard of, as were forts, jails, or even fences. People cooperated to collect the resources that were needed, which were then shared out according to strict Aboriginal law. Our lands were maintained in their natural state through fire and responsible harvesting. Our rivers and waterways kept clean and unpolluted, with people drinking out of the creeks as they have done here for the past 20,000 years. So this is not some idealised vision or something. This is normal life for us and for the longest time, and not too long ago either. And there's no reason why we should expect less for ourselves and our children than what our ancestors enjoyed. Admittedly, there's a lot more of us. However, we're a clever people, and there is still much magic in the world, I like to believe. So graduates, I would say expect great and wonderful things from your life. Life is good, we are naturally happy, and normally very good at looking after each other and the planet. I would ask that you share your skills with the rest of us and keep following that beautiful spirit within you that have got you this far. Do this and I'm confident we can put together a world we can be proud of and a future that is worthy of our children. We can all do our bit. I'll do mine by winding up and letting you graduate. Just want to say congratulations to all of you and all the best in our collective futures. Thank you. Yano.
I'm pleased to introduce Vice-Chancellor and President of Macquarie University, Professor S. Bruce Stoughton.
Well, thank you, Chris Tobin, for that wonderful and very informative welcome to country. It's great to have you here, as always, for our graduation ceremonies, and I know our guests this afternoon will marvel at the wonderful campus that we have here as Macquarie University, and it is indeed our privilege to be on Darug land and to have you here for the welcome this afternoon, Chris. Thank you so much. Colleagues, distinguished guests, families and friends of our graduands, and most importantly, the graduands yourselves. It's my great honour and pleasure to welcome each and every one of you here to today's ceremony. I bring our graduands and your guests the particular greetings of the University's Governing Council and the Chancellor, Dr. Martin Parkinson AC, who is not able to be here today due to other commitments. It is our hope that today will be a very special and memorable occasion for all of you. Now, I did see as I came in today and I heard a number of small children. I think I spotted a very small baby back there earlier. And I want you to know that in graduations at which I preside, children are always very welcome. I don't expect children to stay still or to not make a noise. I'm a paediatrician by training. I can assure you I have heard far worse noise in my consulting rooms over decades. And if the Chancellor were here, Dr. Parkinson is the former Secretary of the Department of Prime Minister and Cabinet, and he would have assuredly heard far worse rancour in the Cabinet room than any number of children could possibly make. So, little ones, kids, if you want to have fun, run around, make a bit of noise, it's perfectly fine as far as I'm concerned. And please don't feel as though you have to take children out if they're making a bit of noise. All celebrations, I believe, are better for having children present at them. Today is a milestone day for all of our graduands, and today we celebrate your wonderful achievements as you're about to graduate. Completing a degree is never easy. You need an intelligent and inquiring mind, determination, perseverance, and you've all made many sacrifices along the way in the pursuit of your end goal. You've worked hard to get to this point, and you should feel very proud of your accomplishments. We as a university are just as proud of your achievements, and it will be my great pleasure to greet each of you personally as you come across the stage today to receive your degrees. Now, I also want to particularly welcome the families, friends and supporters, partners of our graduands. The fact that you are here, invited by one of our graduands, is proof positive that you have played a very important role in their journey with us, and we're very grateful to you for that. And so to our invited guests today, my warmest congratulations to each and every one of you, and I thank you very much for joining us in this day of high ceremony as these wonderful people graduate. Now, graduands, you may not realise, but you are about to participate in one of Europe's oldest social rituals. If you were to pick a date of, say, 1500 AD and look at what social institutions were around then that are still around today, there are only about 60. If you leave aside the Roman Catholic Church, the parliaments of England, Iceland and the Isle of Man, and 6 Swiss cantons or local government areas, the rest are all universities. In fact, graduation ceremonies are even older than that. For almost 800 years, in fact a bit more than 800 years, graduates have been donning robes just like the ones you are wearing today, and participating in ceremonies just like the one upon which we are about to embark. And since those earliest graduations, the ceremony has remained almost unchanged, a defining feature in the life of every university and its students. Now, of course, we realise that Macquarie is not one of those ancient universities. In fact, we are almost 60 years young. And though we are among the youngest of the global universities, we are very proud indeed to take part in this time-honoured tradition this afternoon. We all know that youth has its advantages. Macquarie is a very modern and outward-looking university. We enjoy an enviable reputation for world-leading research excellence, engagement and impact, and we are continually progressing our academic course offerings, our partnerships, and building our new facilities. We have a proud tradition of innovation and discovery, and our pioneering approach at this university is based upon the notion of a collaborative and connected learning community. It's a very exciting time to be part of Macquarie University amidst much change, particularly as the world has emerged from the last couple of years of COVID. And we've come back on, as I mentioned earlier, to this magnificent campus, an endowment from the Darug people that we are truly privileged to be on. And you will have seen some of the works going on around this campus to make it a very attractive place to work and study. We now have over 220,000 graduates spanning around 140 countries around the world. It's very clear that we are a forward-looking university. We're on the move, and so are each and every one of you folks, our graduands here today. Some things that I believe are true about Macquarie University will never change, I hope. Over my little over 10 years now, with the great privilege of leading this university, I've had many visitors comment upon these enduring aspects of Macquarie University. The friendliness of our welcome, the inclusiveness of the way we work together with staff and students. These things are very inherent to the culture of Macquarie University, I believe, and I anticipate will always be so. Remember, graduands and your guests, you will always be very welcome at Macquarie University. We will, I believe, always be a leader in teaching and learning and a leader in the accumulation of wisdom, knowledge and understanding. However, our collective journey is really about something else. It is about the idea of building community, where we have shared values, where we care about each other, where we have many things in common. And we do those things, particularly even when we might have quite divergent views on a range of topics. In other words, we are an ideal community of scholars. Distinguished guests, academic and professional colleagues, and most importantly our graduands, I offer you the warmest of welcomes to Macquarie University on this grand occasion of celebration in graduation. In just a few moments, it will be my very great honour to confer your degrees upon you and welcome you as lifelong members of that community of scholars we proudly call Macquarie University. At this stage of our proceedings this afternoon, it's my very great pleasure to introduce our occasional speaker, Mr. Lachlan Pike. We are proud to claim Mr. Pike as one of our own. He is a graduate of this university with a Bachelor of Applied Finance, a Bachelor of Laws, and a Bachelor of Arts in European Business. During his time at Macquarie University, he received several international scholarships to complete part of his studies in France, China, Egypt, and Austria, which he credits as being some of the most interesting and enjoyable times of his life. In his early career, he worked in investment banking in Sydney and New York City before co-founding a successful global funds management firm in Sydney that would eventually grow to be managing and investing more than $7 billion of clients' funds globally. He is currently involved at board or committee level in several not-for-profit and community organisations, including the Crohn's and Colitis Foundation Australia, the Nursery and Garden Industry of New South Wales, and Surf Lifesaving New South Wales. Mr. Pike is a proud Macquarie University alumnus, and he is grateful, he has told me, for the opportunities that this university has given him. And he is currently in the process, for which we are very grateful, of setting up a scholarship at Macquarie in his family's name. It is now my great pleasure to invite Mr. Lachlan Pike to deliver the occasional address. Mr. Pike.
Thank you, Vice-Chancellor. May I extend my welcome to the Vice-Chancellor, members of the faculty, staff, distinguished guests, and graduates and families and friends. Firstly, a huge congratulations to all students graduating here today. Walking into this ceremony today, past the lake, up the hill, and into the quadrangle, I was again reminded of what a special place this is, and what good fortune we have all already had in our lives to call this our university. I hope that you'll come to be as proud as me in Macquarie University. And that, like me, this gratitude for Macquarie University continues to grow stronger over time. Imprinted in these awards you are received today, as it is on most official documents from the university, you will find the university logo, that of the Macquarie Lighthouse. Over 2 centuries ago, Lachlan Macquarie, the 5th Governor of New South Wales, commissioned a lighthouse on the southern flanks of Sydney Harbour. This was both to give guidance to the approaching supply ships, but also to give hope to the struggling colony that supplies and news updates from afar would soon be arriving into the colony. After much toil, some triumphs, and many disappointments, that colony grew. Now, after 60 years, that colony had built enough excess skill and labour to renew that lighthouse. This new lighthouse was stronger, made better in every way. It was, at that time, the most powerful marine beacon in the world. It is that new lighthouse which features on the Macquarie crest. I do hope, though, that this is the story of Macquarie University, that together we are all gradually building a stronger colony around our own lighthouse, and that with continued effort, Macquarie will continue to develop and evolve to rightfully attain its place as the world's premier beacon of learning and educational achievement. Now, I understand that many of you might have had a widely different experience to university to myself. 2 years of learning from home may have limited much of your time spent on campus. The salubrious joys of Tuesday afternoon bingo in the uni bar might have escaped you. Graduating, you might now be worried about what unique challenges you might face in what people have called a changing world. Perhaps even you might think that what you have studied is no longer relevant. I'd say to you, this worry is completely misplaced. Our world has always been changing. Our civilization is stronger than a 2-year pause. And I have faith that the fundamental concepts that you have learnt within the Macquarie Business School will continue to put you in good faith moving forward. Indeed, much like I did upon leaving here, you might continue to find yourself surprised at how some of the concepts that you have been taught within the Macquarie Business School are relative out in the real world. Take, for instance, the concept of economic incentives. Incentives relate to how individuals can be encouraged to exhibit specific behaviours and choices. Now, once you start looking for them, you'll be amazed at the way that people respond to economic incentives and how powerful they can be as a tool. Take my sister, for instance, who is also a Macquarie graduate, now quite successful in the somewhat dry area of taxation and legal accounting advice. Now, despite being able to charge clients many hundreds of dollars for an hour of her time, she will, rather than throw her cans in the bin, in the yellow recycling bin in her garage, package them all up into what are somewhat dirty plastic bags and throw them in a corner until she's run out of space. She'll then add them into her car, drive to the recycling depot, happily to collect her 10 cents per can for recycling them. Now, this is completely illogical on many levels, not least from an environmental standpoint. She was already going to recycle those bottles. The cans were already going to her recycling bin. But she made a separate try to take them to the depot, all for the 10 cents. As humorous as I might find this, I must warn you though, misguided or poorly construed economic incentives can, however, have a very powerful unintended consequences. Many years ago now, my first overseas posting for work was to New York City. I was to be the head trader of a range of equity funds, living my New York dream while literally living above the M&M chocolate store in Times Square. They were good times. Yes, of course, I put on the 10 kilos, but this was 2006 and the bull market was roaring. I couldn't see it at the time, but the great financial crisis was brewing underneath. Mortgage brokers in far-flung US cities had been given incentives to grow loans, even low document risky loans. Those loans were then on-sold to New York City investment bankers who were incentivised to create collateralised products. These products, of course, carried the AAA rating of global ratings agencies whose staff, again, were incentivised to approve more and more products. And thus, before you knew it, every pension fund in the world was carrying the most risky US residential mortgages, all packaged and dressed as high-quality, low-volatility, safe investments. 2 years later, I returned to New York City. It was very different. I was there just in time to see Lehman Brothers and Bear Stearns collapse, two of the world's most powerful financial institutions of the post-war era reduced to rubble because of misplaced financial incentives. So if you take one thing from this brief address, please, I would urge you to frequently evaluate what economic interests have been placed in front of you and how they may affect your rational decision-making throughout your career. For those of you who do go into management or public policy, this recommendation is doubly strong. By arranging different incentives within society, you can change the world. So, I reiterate my congratulations to you all. This is a great day for both you and the university, which gains, of course, from students of this calibre joining its networks. I would urge you to not become a stranger to Macquarie University. Please join the alumni networks, become engaged. I have found much value throughout my career from keeping in touch with the university. Together, we can build an even greater lighthouse. Please enjoy the day, enjoy the night, and I wish you all well. Thank you.
Well, I'd like to thank Mr. Lachlan Pike for a wonderful graduation address. They are punctuated with very good advice for our graduates from Macquarie Business School, and I urge you to give thought to the blend in his address between the sense of optimism but also the sense of caution. And if you're ever, I would suggest, in a tough place in your professional lives where you are a bit lost and not knowing where to go and you might want to reground yourself, then the video of today will be online forever. I suggest you go back and find it, fast forward through all of my remarks, find Mr. Pike's remarks and re-listen to them all over again because they'll be very good as a lighthouse for you. And it's interesting to note, colleagues, that the sense of innovation at Macquarie University was pervasive back in the founding of that first strongest lighthouse. That lighthouse was the strongest lighthouse because of the way the lens was constructed. It wasn't a solid piece of glass, it was many pieces of glass that were arranged, a so-called Fresnel lens, I think at its time the largest Fresnel lens in the world, which is why it was the strongest lighthouse of its time. So when you need a lighthouse, go back and find that wonderful address. Thank you again. Please join me in thanking you. As the Vice-Chancellor of Macquarie University, I especially look forward to presiding at ceremonies such as today's and conferring degrees upon those who have met all of the requirements for compliance with the university's requirements for such awards. I now call upon our Acting Registrar, Professor Mariella Herbstein, to formally certify the eligibility of those who have met the requirements for these awards. And of course, graduands, I'm looking for that certification that you were never late for an assignment, you never missed a class. Are you able to help me out there, Registrar?
Vice-Chancellor, I certify that all of the candidates being present here today and those who are absent have satisfied the requirements of the Academic Senate for the degrees they are to be awarded. Would all candidates for admission for 2 degrees please stand?
Yes, that's you. In the name of Macquarie University Council and by my authority delegated from the Council as Vice-Chancellor, I admit each of you present and those who are absent for the degrees for which you have qualified. Graduates, congratulations.
Graduates, please be seated. Vice-Chancellor, the graduates at this ceremony are from the Macquarie Business School. I now call on Professor Yvonne Breyer, Deputy Dean of Education and Employability at the Macquarie Business School, to present the graduates. Professor Breyer.
Vice-Chancellor, the graduates at today's ceremony are from Macquarie Business School. At Macquarie Business School, we have the enormous privilege of teaching the next generation of leaders and change makers. At Macquarie Business School, we believe that "you to the power of us" is more than a slogan. We believe that when students join us at Macquarie Business School, it is not only us collaborating with them and opening doors for their professional growth, but it is also our students who change our DNA forever through their contributions, and for that we are grateful. The great economist and philosopher Amartya Sen, winner of the 1998 Nobel Prize in Economics, once said that true liberty is to have the freedom to have the life one has reason to value. And so it follows that our true purpose at Macquarie Business School is to empower our students to lead the lives they have reason to value and to make positive impacts on those they encounter throughout their lives. Now, I have every confidence that the students who sit before us today will do great things. And if history is any judge, these students, you, will make a big difference in your lives and in the lives of others. These students are the next entrepreneurs, CEOs, policymakers, and not-for-profit leaders. Throughout their time with us, they have completed programs that are recognised and accredited by key industry bodies and that enjoy a strong reputation amongst the leading business and professional communities here in Australia and abroad. Students, I hope that when you look back to your time with us, you will remember not only the hard work, the long hours, the assignment deadlines, writing assignments and preparing for the next class, but also the many friendships that you've forged and the challenges that you've overcome as part of your journey with us. You will carry these experiences with you forever, and they will empower you to serve and make a difference in the world, to lead a life of value. Vice-Chancellor, I am proud to present to you the graduates from Macquarie Business School whom you have admitted to their degree. I present the graduate admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Applied Finance and Bachelor of Professional Accounting, Huzifa Sayed. I present the graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Applied Finance with the degree of Bachelor of Actuarial Studies, Andrei Chukvencic. Daniel Haak. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Applied Finance with the degree of Bachelor of Commerce, Professional Accounting. Ishpreet Banwait. Florencia Celine. Wiento Halim. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Applied Finance with the degree of Bachelor of Economics. Takanori Irizuki. James Kwok. Savasali Ronis. Hazebullah Nazari. Ryan Nindra. Samuel White. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Business Administration with the degree of Bachelor of Commerce, Professional Accounting. Yasmina Rifai. Kimberly Saw. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Commerce, Professional Accounting with the degree of Bachelor of Business Analytics. Sanjot Aujla. Nathan Louis. I present the graduate admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Commerce with the degree of Bachelor of Arts, Psychology, Joshua Santos. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Commerce with the degree of Bachelor of Science, Tanisha Hussain. Brianna Lindsay. Rebecca Phillips. Jamie Wilson. I present the graduate admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Economics and Bachelor of Applied Finance, Alicia Wainwright. I present the graduate admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Actuarial Studies, Celine Jonata. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Applied Finance, Ali Ahmed Nanji. Martine Nguyen. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Arts, Daniel Brown. Mandy Huang. Haley Tsakos. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Business Administration, Jenna Bondok. Masoud Danisha. Jesse Hopkins. Joshua Gitonga Waniki. Sean Saab. Dalina Tram. Vice-Chancellor, I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Commerce, Nicholas Agimis. Bushra Ali. Maria Amjad. Diane Bahn. Michael Bastel. Angus Beavers. Daniel Conboy. Lachlan Gilks. Monica Higa. Stephen Ho. George Imsais. Nafis Anaf Islam. Joel Johnson. Jaishil Kumar. Belinda Kuros. Yu Liang. Jojo Lin. Joseph Losurdo. Idesia Masi. Dexter Mlalasi. Tasnim Haq Mohona. Tammy Lee Narayan. Caitlin Noble. Liam Oldfield. Nicholas Philactou. Tiana Pillay. Laika Richardson. Aaron Samonti. Connor Snell. Adrian Testa. Suwati Tirunaman. Ben Thomas. Richard Toll. Dario Travia. Angelique Trin. Anthony Valades. Ellie Wilkinson. Chun Wong. Syed Zain Zaidi. Vice-Chancellor, I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Commerce, Professional Accounting, Mohammed Sultanul Alam Akash. Janine Aseo. Benjamin Hall. Wong Han. Sarah Horton. Sharon Pada. Chu Tu Vorba. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Economics. Nathan Kane. Vipul Lal. I present the graduate admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Marketing and Media, James Kim. I present the graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Professional Accounting, Nudra Abdal. Patrick Brown. Hyung John Chi. Omar Eletri. Madeleine Kalochai. Han Heong Kim. Jo Gyeong Kim. Cord Langford. Mei Lung. Hosea Nduwimana. Ashrita Prasad. Mas Elias Ahmed Sheikh. Jai Singleton. Musamad Hadija Akhter Cynthia. Philippa Sutton. Alifa Taslim. I present the graduate admitted to the degree of Master of International Business and Master of International Relations, Camille Javier Ongtenko. I beg your pardon, that was not quite correct. This is still a graduate for the Bachelor of Professional Accounting, and I do send my apologies to Hang Zhu. We'll make sure we graduate the right graduates, Vice Chancellor. I present the graduate admitted to the degree of Master of International Business and Master of International Relations, Camille Javier Ongent Ko. Vice Chancellor, I present the graduate admitted to the degree of Master of International Business with the degree of Master of International Communication, Komal Rajen Doda. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Master of International Business with the degree of Master of International Relations, Bani Simer Kaur Kuli. Sajal Shrestha. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Master of Accounting, Janisha Acharya. I present the graduate admitted to the degree of Master of Marketing and Master of Media and Communications, Hiba Nemat. I present the graduates admitted to the degree of Master of Accounting, Janisha Acharya. Nabila Jahan. Merilla Rosalie Kowengian. Mendala Lama Gurong. Janato Ferdaus Munabi. Van Nan Pham. Eteshamul Haq Shafin. Daman Sidhu. Darisuren Yavu Erdene. I present the graduate admitted to the degree of Master of Accounting Advanced, Sharia Vadan Nyota. I present the graduate admitted to the degree of Master of Actuarial Practice, Christian Laxmono. I present the graduates admitted to the degree of Master of Applied Economics, Ashini Taral Shah. Sophie Sultanova. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Master of Applied Finance, Eric Lee. Benjamin Moyes. Sinan Nawiran. Thomas Ryan. Bei Tang. Beatrice Zhu Jones. Suborna Vojdani. Sean Walsh, who's been awarded the Macquarie University Award for Academic Excellence. Ying Zhu. I present the graduate admitted to the degree of Master of Applied Finance Advanced, Suchani Supatana. Vice Chancellor, I present graduates admitted to the degree of Master of Banking and Finance, Nit Chanun Dachbun. Akash Ratan Kaushik. Odontuya Monk Bata. Nisha Puri. Asjagal Shah Ravdoj. Zaya Tserenyav. Vice Chancellor, I present graduates admitted to the degree of Master of Business Administration, Ben Chung. Elimelech Levy. Lawrence K. Yumo. Gabriela Perez Hurtado. Jack Richardson. Vice Chancellor, I present graduates admitted to the degree of Master of Commerce, Saad Islam.
Yes, and then I've also got
Mohammed Yawad. Sutanto Rajgopal Khan Dadi. Hui Ying Lee. Nop Naton Navachai. Yusuf Hussein Ratul. Tanya Rad Suvan Navong. Quinn Huan Ta. Jatin Verma. Vice-Chancellor, I present graduates admitted to the degree of Master of International Business, Himanshu Gupta. Antonia Francesca Icasa Undurugara. Pranav Pratbodh Kabra. Harshajit Kalita. Momita Saha. Nidhi Sharma. Sarvika Sood. Tanya Yomesh Wathawana. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Master of Management, Julienne Marielle Balcos. Veerabit Mantang Tam. I present the graduate admitted to the degree of Master of Marketing, Theodora Christopoulos. Vice-Chancellor, I present graduates admitted to the degree of Master of Professional Accounting, Sonakshi Arya. Yogendra Bablubai Mal. Vivek Nanda Kumar. Uzokjagal Zorigt. I present the graduate admitted to the degree of Master of Social Entrepreneurship, Jacqueline Jessica Sahe. I present the graduate admitted to the degree of Master of Applied Economics, Ahmed Bunduka.
This should be this is master of research. Okay, so maybe this one is supposed to be master of research. Okay.
Vice-Chancellor, a higher degree by research is awarded to a graduate who has successfully completed a program of study in which the defining characteristic is research. Our Master of Research is a 2-year full-time equivalent research training degree consisting of research-based coursework, postgraduate research training, and a major research project. Graduates have focused on a specific research topic to produce a thesis of up to 20,000 words in preparation for a doctoral degree. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Master of Research. Vinita Mishra, for a thesis entitled Rising Above COVID-19 Challenges, the Experience of Working Mothers in India During COVID-19 Pandemic. Zobaida Ahmed Piu, for a thesis entitled Understanding HIV/AIDS Knowledge Deprivation Among Bangladeshi Women, a Multi-Dimensional Approach. The Doctor of Philosophy is awarded to graduates who have demonstrated the capacity to conduct research independently by forming a distinct contribution to the knowledge of the subject and to afford evidence of coherence and originality shown either by the discovery of new facts or by the exercise of independent critical power. Vice-Chancellor, I present graduates admitted to the degree of Doctor of Philosophy. Dr. Yanming Cao, for a thesis entitled Determinants of Audit Quality, Evidence from China. Dr. Maria Dumovic, for a thesis entitled Well-Being at Work, the Impact of Third-Party Client Psychological Contracts on Employee Attitudes and Psychological Well-Being. Dr. Stephen Friel, for a thesis entitled A Market Microstructure Theory of Relativity, Towards a Theory of Everything for Financial Markets. Dr. Bichern Guan, for a thesis entitled Emotion Regulation in Ongoing Service Relationships, a mixed method study with aged care employees. Dr. Hayvon Hertja-Winter for a thesis entitled Family Firms and Corporate Governance in an Environment with a Weak Institutional Context, Evidence from Listed Companies in Indonesia. Dr. Thiana Kiaos for a thesis entitled A Critical Analysis of the Service New South Wales DNA Culture. Dr. Delaram Najmaye Lonbani for a thesis entitled Advancing Microfinance Performance, a multi-perspective study on productivity dynamics, efficiency, and green microfinance. Dr. Robert Winter for a thesis entitled The Delegation of Power, Edmund Burke on Authority and Implications for Leadership. I present the graduate admitted to the degree of Master of Research, Ahmed Bunduka, for a thesis entitled Income Inequality and Economic Growth in Developing and OECD Countries. Vice-Chancellor and President, that completes this afternoon's presentation of the graduates from Macquarie Business School.
Vice-Chancellor, I call on Joshua Santos, who graduated with a Bachelor of Commerce with the degree of Bachelor of Arts Psychology, to speak on behalf of the graduating group. Mr. Santos.
Vice-Chancellor, members of the Council, staff of the University, family and friends of graduates, and to our graduating cohort of the Macquarie Business School. They say it takes an entire village to raise a child. And you know what I say? For all that we've had to adapt in our personal learning journeys and the recent pandemic, it can take an entire village to get us all to that finish line and finally be here graduating. Congratulations. Hola, ahlan, ni hao, bonjour, mabuhay. G'day everyone. My name is Joshua Santos, and what a joy it is to be alive and come together to celebrate this great academic milestone and the work of our Macquarie staff in education for your winning graduation. Now that's you to the power of us. In the room today, can we get 3 hip hip hoorays? Hip hip! Hooray! Hip hip! Hooray! Hip hip! Hooray! Wonderful. Woo. Now, a bit about myself. I've been living and breathing all things local to Macquarie as student and staff since 2016. I'm a New Colombo Plan alumni ambassador with the Australian Department of Foreign Affairs and Trade for our uni, a World Economic Forum global shaper, a diversity and inclusion advocate in education, and a big believer that young people and beyond can be drivers of positive change, creativity, and innovation in our society. Despite all my accomplishments co-created here at Macquarie, my journey started with humble beginnings. Being a second-generation migrant where my parents made sacrifices for a better life in Australia, to then growing up in a single-parent family, the barriers to accessing education between high school to early days of uni was real. From financial hardship, caring responsibilities, and the toll it took on one's mental health whilst navigating an Asian Australian identity. I never let that hold me back, despite being so close to dropping out of high school. I didn't get the ATAR I wanted despite doing my best, but thankfully there was an entry scheme that Macquarie had for the course that looked into my other academics beyond a rank. The rest became history as I immersed into uni life, taking self-responsibility to overcome challenges, from working side jobs to engaging with life mentors to equity scholarships. These were not immediate solutions at the time, but built up to become transformative. I would then find myself, not long after, having an adventure of a lifetime with 5 exchange programs to travel while studying, which definitely has been a uni highlight. I'd continue to then build momentum and get better at what I do and improve my circumstances. So here I am today. Since completing my degree, I've been fortunate to have worked on a social enterprise project with Macy Consultants to enable underprivileged communities in the Philippines have access to clean water, to then one of Australia's leading tech companies, Canva, and now building leaders via the Australian government's New Colombo Plan in International Relations. So, how did I do it? I'm here to share that with you. Some personal qualities I've built, which I call the 3 Gs, which could help you in your journey, are get to know yourself, grit, so developing the passion and perseverance for your goals, and growth mindset, seeing failure as as a learning opportunity and not a permanent condition. As for your craft and practically getting better in what you pursue, I've learnt what I call the 3 Es, which are education, something that we all share today, employability skills, where opportunities are available through the Macquarie Career and Employment Service, and pursuing experiences, whether it's work, volunteering, that are value-adding to your direction. And so, as I share my story of courage, from hardship to achieving what I set my mind to, I'd like to say that if I can do it, so can many. Thank you to the many people who have been part of this journey, to family, being the first in my family to graduate, to the authentic connections I built with friends, Robert Menzies College, to the Widening Participation Unit, Global Leadership Program, Macquarie Group Marketing, Service Connect, the Student Mobility Team from the Office of Global Engagement and Reputation, the Macquarie New Colombo Plan community, and a shout out to incredible teachers like Joanna Vogley and Dr. Prashan, whom I'm sure we all know, going by Everyone Say Wow. Can everyone say wow? Wow, and more. To the graduates of the Macquarie Business School, kudos to you. I know each and every one of you has a unique story and are running your own race that is worth celebrating. We are a resilient cohort. What you've achieved is a testament of your commitment to the discipline of studying in your field. It's something to be so proud of, as do I. To have an education is a privilege that no one can take from you. And so, as you start to think about what's next with your career, whether it's doing further study to landing your next job, just remember that life is a marathon and not a sprint. You have timelines unique to you, which doesn't have to be compared to others. It's okay to fail and make mistakes and not have everything figured out. And don't define yourself in one box, but instead, strive to get better in the areas and impact you want to grow in every day, and even better if you can do it in service of others. My name is Joshua, proud to come from Western Sydney, proud to be a Macquarie graduate. And to wrap up on a high, I've got a piece prepared for you, so I'll hit it. And when you reach the day, when you've conquered what's behind you, don't forget the fight it took to get you here. And when you reach the top of the mountain you've been climbing, don't forget the distance you have come. Congratulations again to the graduating cohort.
Well, Josh, thank you for a wonderful responsorial address on behalf of the graduating class. Again, therein lots of things for us all to contemplate: the humility of the background, the personal story, the journey of first in family, and so much more good advice there. I know who to call upon when Angela doesn't come to graduation. The next time I'll be looking for you. Let's give Josh another great round of applause.
How can I sing after that? Quando sono sole, orizzonte, mancano le parole. Sì, lo so che non c'è luce in una stanza quando manca il sole. Se non ci sei, tu con me, sulle finestre, mostra tutto il mio cuore che hai acceso, chiudi dentro me la luce che hai incontrato per strada. Time to say goodbye. Sì che io l'amai, non esistono più. Adesso sì li vedrò con te. Partirò su navi per mari che io lo so, non esistono più. Quando sei lontana, sorriso, orizzonte, mancano le parole. Io sono, tu sei qui con me, con me. Tu mia luna, tu sei qui con me. Io sono, tu sei qui con me, con me, con me, con me. Time to say goodbye. Sì che io l'amai, non esistono più. Adesso sì li vivrò con te.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that wonderful operatic voice belongs to Ms. Angela Brewer, who is the founder and artistic director of Coast Opera Australia, and we are very fortunate that Angela comes along to most graduations at Macquarie University and sings. Emeritus Chancellor Michael Egan used to remark when he was presiding that if Angela couldn't come to sing, he would have to do the singing. And he actually did one day, but that's a story for another day. Only one thing could be worse than Chancellor Egan singing, that would be me, but now I have my backup here in Joshua, you'll be called upon. Let's give Angela another great round of applause. Please join me also in thanking our musicians on the organ, Ms. Heather Mowen-Boyd. And on the Chinese transverse flute, Dr. Chai Chang-ing. Now, graduates and guests, we're very fortunate at Macquarie University to have representatives of our alumni community come along to help out as volunteers at all of our graduation ceremonies. Please join me in thanking them as well. Now, graduates, this ceremony marks a change in your relationship with Macquarie University, but it is certainly, I hope, not the end of your association with the university. From today onwards, you are part of that wider family. As I mentioned earlier, our alumni network, which is now over 220,000 graduates spanning around the world, welcomes you to the fold. This is the beginning of the next chapter in all of your professional lives. We will look forward, I hope, to seeing you back on campus, maybe for alumni events, perhaps to take part in further study, or just to come and visit our beautiful campus and reminisce about the times you have had here. Now, graduates, the award of the university degree carries many opportunities and privileges, but I believe, like all privileges, it also carries responsibilities. I urge you to commit yourselves to lifelong learning and inquiry. I urge you to set ambitious goals for yourselves. I urge you to continue the hard work that has already brought you this far. At Macquarie, we pride ourselves on developing each and every one of our students into engaged community citizens and leaders. And so I urge you also always to give thought to what you might do for others along the way. Sometimes you don't have to do very much at all to make a real difference in someone else's life. Sometimes just a kind gesture or a quiet word can mean so much to a fellow traveller. I challenge you to continue to exercise sound judgment and initiative, and to always be generous in offering practical advice and wisdom to those you meet along the way. My hope is that as graduates of Macquarie University, you will use what you have learned here, not only for your own benefit and the benefit of your family, but also for the betterment of the wider community, near and far. And in all you do, I charge you to uphold the good name of Macquarie University. It's also my great hope that you will always remember the people who have helped you out along the way, many of whom are here today to witness this wonderful event. So, to acknowledge their contribution and to thank them for it, I'm going to ask our graduates to do a couple of things for me. First of all, I'd like all the new graduates to please stand. Now, I'd like you to place your testimers on the seats behind you and turn around to face your family and friends. And now I invite you to give them a mighty round of applause in appreciation. And now you might turn around, please, but don't sit down just yet. Here on the dais are representatives of our academic staff who have supported you throughout your journey. Please join me in thanking them. Now, graduates, please do turn around and pick up your testament. I would not like you to leave that on the seat. The official party will soon leave the Michael Egan Graduation Hall, followed by the graduates. And as we do, our organist, Ms. Moan Boyd, will play the traditional recessional music of graduation, which has been played at ceremonies just like this one for centuries. This music is set to an age-old set of Latin lyrics, which begins as Gaudeamus igitur, dum sumus juvenes. In translation, this graduation exit song starts out, "Therefore let us rejoice, for we will always be young." The song speaks in a whimsical way of youth and of old age at the very same time, of the brevity of life and the inevitability of death, of state, of city, and indeed of happiness. Now might I ask everyone to please stand. Shortly I will lead the official party out of the graduation hall, followed by the graduates. I invite you all to join us for some light refreshments around that way. Again, to the newest graduates of Macquarie University, my warmest congratulations and every best wish for your futures to be filled with success, satisfaction, and most importantly, happiness. In closing today's wonderful high ceremony of celebration of your achievements, I say again, Gaudeamus igitur, therefore let us rejoice.